Hi there, I'm Heather. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for opting in. I want to direct you to the link just above this video. You'll be able to download your cheat sheet there, and I recommend that you download that and print it off and have it in front of you as we go through this so that you're able to follow along and take notes. I also recommend that you pull up the homepage of your website and you have that in front of you as well, so that as I'm talking about the different sections of your site and what your site needs to have in order to increase conversions, you're able to take a look at your site and kind of make notes of the things that you're doing right and the things that you might want to fix. So now that we've got that business out of the way, I want to ask you to take a look at your website through fresh eyes. Not because you've been here a million times and you've created the content and worked on it yourself, but imagine that you are seeing it for the very first time as someone who either clicked through a link on Facebook or Instagram, or someone who is searching through Google. Does your website answer the two questions that your visitor has in their mind? Am I in the right place? And is this what I'm looking for? It doesn't matter what type of website you're looking up. When you're searching for something, those are the two questions that you have in mind. And you have to have that information right above the fold. You don't want your visitor to have to scroll down to get the information they need. You don't want them to have to click around to any other pages. You want this really clear on your homepage. So your marketing message needs to be identified at first glance so that they know within the first 5 seconds that they're in the right place and that you are what they're looking for. Be kind of results focused with this message. If you look at the cheat sheet, there's a picture of the coach, which is really important for building trust, that kind of know, like, and trust. A picture of you, not some stock photo or something like that. You want a picture of yourself on the homepage. And next to your picture, I recommend that you have your unique selling proposition. So on the cheat sheet, the coach here has, I help committed life coaches attract high paying clients and fill their practice in 90 days or less. So that is telling the visitor exactly who she helps and what she helps them achieve. It's showing results. It's concrete. It's a number. It's statistics. It feels really authentic. Another thing I want you to take a look at in the mock-up is the navigation. The navigation is very clean, very simple, and very direct. There's no cutesy phrases where the visitor's wondering, what does that mean? What is that? It's very direct, what the services are, that there's a blog, the contact, about, and there's also a book a session button right in the top right. I recommend that this maybe be a button, or maybe it's where you place your opt-in, but heat map studies have shown that top right corner of your website is important real estate as far as where the eyeballs go when someone lands on a site. Also pay attention to the conversion factors that are set up on this website. On just above the fold here is the lead magnet opt-in, and you want that to be something that's very results focused, tells them exactly what they're going to get, and have the opt-in visible without having to scroll around or click around. You also want to make sure that your website homepage has some attraction marketing questions that really make your visitor feel like you're reading their mind. Talk about some of their pain points and their struggles. Talk about their goals and desires and the frustrations that are keeping them from achieving those goals. Make sure that you include that type of copy written in short, direct, and in the language that your visitor is thinking inside their head. We've got call to actions sprinkled all throughout the page so that no matter where they've scrolled on the page, at least one call to action is visible. It might seem like a lot, but never is anybody scrolling way out and looking at your whole page all at once. You just want to have one opt-in visible no matter where they are on that home page. Also, if you have some trust building factors on your site, you're going to help build that authority and that kind of social proof. So some of the most important kind of psychological triggers for trust are testimonials from past clients that you've helped reach great goals. If those testimonials can also help overcome objections that your visitors might have, that's a huge bonus. Also, as seen on, if you have logos from writing for Elephant Journal or Huffington Post, or maybe you've written for Women's Day, or maybe you've got some different credentials as far as being parts of different organizations or achieved any certifications. Put those trust icons right on your homepage. They're psychological, they're kind of a subtle, people aren't really going to consciously look at that and think, oh, I trust her more because of these icons, but yet they kind of do. It sort of proves that you are a thought leader, you are an authority in your niche, and it kind of helps build that credibility. Also, make sure that your website looks professional. You don't want your website to be kind of a DIY, cluttered, look homemade. You really want it to look professional. Most people judge the credibility of your business based on the professionalism of your website. So even if you can't afford a professional designer, it might be worth it to pay for a professional theme for your website in order to upgrade it and make it stand out and look really clean and polished. You also want to make sure that it looks great on all devices. That's one mistake that a lot of people make, is that their website might look good on their little laptop, but when you look at it on my 27-inch iMac, it looks ridiculous because the spacing is all off and it's weird. Or if you're looking at something on an iPhone, maybe someone has an older iPhone and everything's getting cut off because your website is not mobile responsive. Enlist the help of your friends. If you've got friends with Android versus iPhone and Kindle versus iPad and different devices, ask them to look up your website and let you see it on their mobile device and see how professional that it looks. Items should stack. It should be mobile responsive. The text should be large enough to read. The images, a lot of coaches, they'll use images with text in them in order to make it look pretty or sparkly or whatever. But the problem is sometimes when you look at them on mobile, they shrink so small you can't even read the text. So take a moment and take a professional, a critical eye at your website into how professional that it looks on all the different devices. Also, make sure that you really have an attractive photo of you. I mentioned this in the beginning of the video here, but make sure that the photo of you're presenting yourself in a way that really speaks to your clients. You want to show your style. You want to show kind of your sparkle, your personality in the photo. It's going to help build that connection. A lot of people are kind of shy to put their own pictures on their website, and I understand that. We all have our own issues and body image problems and things like that, but your clients want to see who they're working with, and it's one of the best ways to really build that trust with them and kind of help them identify with who you are and connect with you. Okay, next I want you to take a look at your website and look at how it is optimized. Is your website optimized for search? Are people who are looking for you able to find you? If they're not, then we need to add some keywords to your page to help increase your search traffic. It's free traffic. You might as well take advantage of it. It is not hard to do. Just use a plugin like the Yoast SEO plugin in order to make sure that you're getting the keywords in the right places on your pages and your different blog posts. Make sure also that you are including an image with all of your content. When someone shares your page or your post or your website, the featured image is what's going to pull into their social media status update. And you want to make sure that you do include an image. Everything is so visual in social media right now, and so include an image that's really eye-catching, that tells the story of what they're going to learn, paints the picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And when you are on social media, if you're just sharing a link or maybe like a funky, cut off, cropped logo or something like that, it is not going to give the professional look, and you're not going to get the click-through and the traffic from that social media share. So make sure that you are optimizing your images. I also suggest that you keep your contact information visible on every page. A lot of coaches are a little leery to put their phone number out there, and I do understand that. If you're not comfortable sharing your phone number, that's okay. Have a contact form or an email, or have your social media buttons. Have a way for your visitors to get in touch with you. Maybe you have a book a session or book a discovery call or an application that they can fill out. Some way where they can get in touch with you. It's going to build credibility, and it's also going to help your site conversion. Also, keep your site updated frequently. You want to create content steadily so that when someone visits your site, it's not like 3 months has gone by before, since your last post. You want to look like you're active in your business and you're actively engaging with your audience. You're answering comments that are left on your blog. You are engaged on your social media channels, your Facebook groups, your Facebook page. So stay active and be consistently creating content. It will help you with your audience. It will also help you with search. Finally, I want to ask you, are you putting your professional face forward on your website as far as your legal terms and conditions, your privacy, your affiliate disclaimer? The FTC has a lot of rules around using testimonials. If they share a health benefit or an income statistic, the FTC does have some regulations around that. You might want to check into those. Also, make sure that if you are selling affiliate products, whether it's an affiliate from another coach or a recommendation through an Amazon link or any of those things, that you do have an affiliate disclaimer in your website so that you are legal with the FTC on that. And finally, make sure that you have a contact page and contact form so that people can get in touch with you. Recommend that you include your social media channels. If you have a phone number you're willing to put out, I recommend that you do that. Maybe a button to schedule a session, but really invite people to connect with you through your contact form and through your website, and have that visible wherever they are, whether it's up in the navigation or it's in the footer or on the sidebar. Make sure that people can find your contact page and know how to get in touch with you. Again, I am excited that you're here on your website and you would like to talk about maybe upgrading your site to a more professional site. Let me know. I do discovery calls with that as well. So thanks for listening, and I will be in touch with more information soon. Watch your inbox for that. And please do connect with me on social media, or my phone number is on my website. You can always give me a call. Thanks.